Before we got the robots in, we were starting early Christmas mornings, milking, do cubicles, milk, try and get a bit of feeding done then, get home, get a bit of breakfast, to be back down again. You'd be under pressure here to get out of the yard here for 1 or 2 o'clock. You're home for a few hours then, and you'd have to come back in the evening. The difference now is you don't have to come down early. You can come down at 10 o'clock if you want, you can come at 11. All you have to really do is come down, wash around the robots, clean out, filter stocks, do the cubicles, put silage into the cows, that's it, gone. It won't take us an hour to do everything.
And everything is flexible, like Daddy said. You can do anything to suit yourself, no matter what you've going on.
We looked into it a bit before we went in and went around and saw a few. Anyone that had them had nothing bad to say about them. And sure, I can see it now, they're in there 12 months now and they're really flying and the cows are really used to them now.
We've 2 Lely robots and we have a Lely collector as well, and also an automatic calf feeder. I have a real interest in the robots. They're really easy to use and I like using the technology. Before we got the robots in, I always would have associated the farm with kind of stress and a lot of work. I was kind of overwhelmed by it all. Then I saw the idea of robots and how the lifestyle, it's changed completely. It's all your own. You do it as you want to do it. And it's such a big help and there's not as much stress at all.
To getting them in, I wasn't getting any younger. Milking was a big job. But 2 girls coming on, showing a bit of an interest. I didn't want them to be getting the hardship that I was getting. I didn't want them to be stuck in a milking parlour. So like there was probably 5 hours a day going in the parlour. Decided really just to free up time a bit and maybe be able to stay working a bit longer. Maybe able to stay working till 65, 70 if you get the help. There's no real physical work involved in it now. There was a friend of mine in here last week just looking at the robots, and he just said to me like he couldn't believe the way they were working, and he just said like if you were to get sick in the morning, Aisling could run it. On the old system, everything is going great until something happens. If something was to happen, if you were to get sick or get hurt in the morning, who are you going to get to run it? If I was away anywhere or wasn't able to work for a few days, Aisling could run it here, no problem on her own.
Christmases before we had robots, I suppose, Daddy wouldn't have been at home as much. He'd always work around it to try and be at home as much as he could, but now it's completely flexible and he's always there. This year, I think Christmas Day, it'll run a lot smoother. We'll get to spend a lot more time together as a family, and we'll be able to rely on the robots to keep the cows going themselves during the day.